Hello guys, and welcome to episode 5 of the Fuzzy Love Knots podcast. I am Nina, and you can find me on Instagram as nlafontaine, and you can find me on Ravelry as Fuzzy Love Knots, and there is a group for the podcast and for general camaraderie and funness. On Ravelry, the group's on Ravelry, and the group is Fuzzy Love Knots also. So welcome. Yay, episode 5. So many new subscribers this week, and lots of new people in the group. So I'm taking this chance to welcome all the new people. Hello, welcome. And I'm sure everybody else is welcoming you also, in spirit. And thank you and welcome back to everybody else who's kind of stuck around from the beginning. So, yeah, I checked. I love it when I get little emails saying new subscribers. It just kind of makes my day. And I love hearing everybody's feedback and conversations and comments. Really, it warms my heart, and all of you guys are so sweet. So I love hearing from you. So please, anything you have to say or want to say, I love it. I love hearing from you. So say it. This week I feel like was so busy, and I feel like I got nothing done, even though it was so busy. I've been working nonstop on the shawl, which I'll show you. I'm not going to show you. I'll show you, fake show you. It's such a simple design. And by simple, I mean like clean and simple, And sometimes when things are very simple, it almost makes it harder. I spent 4 hours trying to write down 2 words in the pattern and write it and phrase it in a way that it'd be easy to understand. And because it's so simple, it's almost like when a pattern is that way, you know how you almost don't trust yourself with it? When you read it, you think, oh, it can't be that easy. That's not right. And then you try to make it harder in your head than it needs to be, So I was trying to find the words and the verbiage to circumvent the naysayers in our brains. But I think I got it. So the pattern's all written, and I started knitting it myself. It's I'm almost halfway done with the body of the shawl. And it's going really good. But I haven't really knit on anything else. I haven't picked up the socks at all. I knit on the cardigan. I haven't done any spinning. So, but that's okay. No, that's good. I'm not complaining, because it's something that I've been wanting to do, and I have a deadline for it, which for me is really good, because I'm one of these people, I like to kind of flit over here and do this thing, and then I put it down, and then I flit over here and I do this thing and I put it down, and sometimes that's great because it kind of gives you a break, and sometimes it's not so good because then all of those little things take forever to finish on their own. So I think this is good. It's giving me motivation and things, and I hope she really likes it. I hope Olivia loves it, because I really love it. I'm knitting it going I wish I could keep this for myself, but I'm really glad that it's going to somebody, and that so much effort and love has been put into it, because I think that she'll really love it. Yeah, so that's this week in terms of what hasn't been getting done. That's okay. I had a really nice weekend last weekend. Me and my husband, we went for a really nice walk on Saturday. There's a really long park And by long, I mean, like, blocks and blocks and blocks and miles and miles and miles. I don't know how many city blocks it goes. But it covers all the way from our house and goes, like, all the way downtown. And so it has to cover, like, at least 6 or 7 metro stops. And I think each metro stop is, like, 5 or 10 blocks. I mean, it's, like, long. It's, like, really huge. And, you know, it might stop for a block or two and then pick up. But it follows the river, the Mapocho River. And it's really great because there's a bike path that goes along the whole thing, and it's really beautiful. So we cheated and we didn't walk the whole thing. We've walked most of it before, and that takes a really long time. But we took the metro about halfway down, and then we walked the rest of the way to one of our favorite neighborhoods, La Staria, and we had lunch in this cute little cafe, and then we went to the Fine Arts Museum, and just kind of walked around and looked at exhibits, and then came home. So it was a really great kind of day. The park. There was like all kinds of people in the park. I just love people watching. Like, people watching is so much fun. I really love it. Yeah. There are these people, they had drums out and they were drumming because they had drums out. And they were dancing, I don't know what it's called, but they were dancing like the native islanders, like from Easter Island. So, yeah. So kind of, if you picture kind of like like luau kind of, but very hippie and, you know, picture grass skirts and very drummy, and that was kind of fun. And stuff like that. But lunch was good, and the walk was good, the company was good, and it was fun. It was good. I love that neighborhood. It's just such a nice neighborhood. So that was great. Today's drink is grapefruit cranberry juice. I'm not really a sweets person. Like, I love tart and sour things, and I just really love grapefruit and cranberry juice. This is a blend. I didn't mix it myself. We just recently got, like, not recently, but like within the last year, got like cranberry juice here. Because the word for cranberry and the word for blueberry is the same word. Arandano. It's the same word. So I think that when cranberry stuff first started getting imported, and they didn't know what to think of it because they got tricked. They got tricked into thinking it was blueberries, and then they tasted it. You know, the Chileans, they love sweet stuff. So they tasted it thinking it was like blueberry juice and blueberry jam and stuff. And they're like, this isn't blueberries, these aren't sweet, this is sour and tart. We hate this. I know it wasn't popular or anything at all, of course. But this area has a lot of foreign people working in it because of the banks and just a lot of companies and stuff. So on the street, it's very common to like hear English and Australian and accents from the UK and stuff. So I think a lot of people, you know, were requesting cranberry juice and stuff in the market. So it's just ocean spray, but it's cranberry juice. So yeah, so that's my drink today. Grapefruit cranberry juice. And it's delicious. Okay, so On the Needles. That's my On the Needles jingle today. I'll show you the shawl first. I'm about, like I said, halfway done with the body. I'm going to kind of scrunch it up and show it to you so that it doesn't ruin any surprises or anything. And I won't go into any details about needles or anything like that. I'll show you the yarn I'm knitting. I'm knitting it with though again. And then I have some people who are going to test it already. I do need a few more. So, how about this? If you're interested in test knitting it, I'm going to be done with my my knit of it this week. So, if you're interested in test knitting it, go ahead and send me a PM on Ravelry, and we'll see. I only need a few more, but if you want to knit it, go ahead and, you know, PM me, let me know, and we'll go from there. But, yeah, so this is what I have. So there's pieces of stockinette, there's pieces of lace, and then, you know, more stockinette. That's what I have so far. And then here's the yarn. This, of course, is the back. I can show you the stockinette in the front, I guess, if you want to see it in stockinette. It's really pretty. It's going to be warm. I'm really super happy with how this is turning out. I'm loving it. That is not an advertisement for McDonald's. It's an advertisement for how lovely my shawl is. Okay, I'm knitting it on my favorite, Abuelita. Surprise. Haha. This is like a... They don't have names for their for their colors, really. It's, I don't know what the color is. I don't have the tag right with me at this moment in time. But it's like a dusty rose color. I'm not going to show you anything else. That's it. That's all for the shawl. Yeah, so if you're interested in test knitting it for me, PM me. Let me know. And we'll go from there, I think. So everything for the pattern and everything, it should be done and ready in a little bit. So I'm so happy with how that's going. That is like floating my boat. And I sit and knit on that for like hours. It's great. It's really great. Okay, here is my cardigan. Are you ready? Here's the featherweight. It is an actual cardigan, guys. Ta-da! I have sleeves. And I tried it on, and it fits, and it's great. So, here's the progress keeper from last time. I'm like so rubbish at holding this up so you can see. There we go. There's the progress keeper from last time. So it was like right at the split last time. And now I have sleeves, and it fits perfect. And it's so lovely, and I'm in love with it. It's like great. It's so, so, so great. I'm not going to try it on because I can get it on by myself, but I can't get it off by myself without losing stitches. So I'm not going to even pretend to try it on for you guys. But the arms fit perfectly. The neck measurement is perfect. Everything is perfect. I'm so in love. I'm so in love with it. So, I'm knitting these on my 4mm carbons. You think I'd have the US size memorized by now, but I don't. Okay, that's size 6 US. Carbons. So okay, Danny from Little Bobbins Knits podcast makes these really cool DPN covers. They're like a sleeve, and they're sewn on one side, and then the other side it's open, and it has a little snap, like an envelope, right? And so what you do is you use them for DPNs, and then you cover them and then snap it on if you're doing socks or something. Or she also uses them on her circulars. So you just, slip them in, and then you snap the snap over the cable, and then it keeps them on. So you can put it in your project bag, and A, you're not going to lose your project off your cables and have it go whoop and fly off. And B, you don't have your needles stabbing your project and like picking up stitches and pulling on stitches and like messing up tension and stuff like that. So I ordered some from her, and she made them and sent them already. She sent them last week. The stuff always takes a long time to get through customs here. So I know I probably won't get it for probably another couple weeks. It's probably already here sitting in customs, and customs is just done. And I won't get it for a while. But I'm so excited. And she was so sweet. She like laid all I told her what I was looking for, and she laid out all the fabrics and like helped me pick fabric out and everything for them. So I'm so excited to get them, because not only will they be useful, but I'm supporting someone's business that I really like, who I think is awesome, and it'll help me with this problem of stabby needles. Yeah. Okay, so I'm knitting this. Ugh. Sorry, had to talk about the DPN covers that I'm so excited to get. Knitting this on Abuelita single ply oatmeal color. I attached my second skein. I didn't totally run out of the first one. I was just super paranoid because I was right around the join time, and I didn't want to, I just didn't want to have to bother with, with that. So what I did was I knit a row with the old skein, I knit a row with the new skein, knit a row with the old skein, knit a row with the new skein. I alternated for a couple rows, and then right when it was the time to join the underarm, I just used the new skein. Done. So then it worked out fine. And there's variations in the yarn anyways, and you can't tell where the new skein came in at all. I don't even think I needed to alternate it. I just was paranoid about it and didn't want a color blocked on accident sweater. But yeah, so that is that. Making progress. Making progress. So I have two things going on right now. Well, 3 if you count the socks, that are like stockinette. Like major knitting and stockinette. That's okay though. Like, I'm okay with that. I don't hate stockinette. I know a lot of people really don't like knitting and stockinette. And I get that. Like, I understand why. Like, I get that. But I like it. It doesn't bother me. And the shawl is nice because it has that lace panel in the middle. So you can, like, zoom through the stockinette, have a nice break with the lace, and then, like, zoom through the stockinette again. Yeah. Okay, acquisitions. I do have some acquisitions. I know I said I wasn't going to buy yarn for a while, but, you know, you say that and then you think of a project or something comes up and then you need to do that. So, two things. So, remember these really awesome mucklucks that I showed you last week? These, like, house slippery things. They are the Wanderers mucklucks from Drea Renee Knits. They're so cute. Here's another picture of the back by Andrea Mowry. And I love them so much. I love them a million times. So I had to get some yarn for them because I have to. So I really liked the yarn that I got for the colorwork mittens, for the Latvia mittens that I want to do. So I thought, oh, well, that's perfect for the mucklucks too. So I got I love them. I love them. There's like this olivey green, this medium gray. I think it's the same gray as the mittens I got for the mittens. Yeah, I think it's the same gray as I got for the mittens. And then this, like, it's not really mustard. It's like turmeric. It's like a turmeric yellow. And they're like perfect sock. I know a lot of people really like soft, squishy socks, but I feel like, you know, if you're knitting soft, squishy merino socks, those things are not going to last, you know. They're going to be like pill central, and they're going to just have holes in like 2 seconds, you know. So, this says on it, this is the brand. I'm not going to even try to say that because I will just mess it up and it will be a horrible situation. Says 50% alpaca, Peruvian alpaca, 50% virgin wool, and to use size 3.5 to 4.5 palillos. That's knitting needles. 100 grams approximately, made in Chile, no yardage. That's what it says. It doesn't say no yardage. It just doesn't give you the yardage. So I have no idea how many yards are in here. But we can figure that out. I'll figure it out. But it's not like all that soft. Like, it has a crunch. It's kind of crunchy. It's kind of crunchy wool. So, you know, you can see a halo on, a little bit of that alpaca kind of halo on it. So these, I think, will make really great house slipper socks, mucklucks thingies. I'm really excited for this. And there's no, like, cream or white or anything that will be, like, particularly, you know, you look at it and it gets dirty. I hate that. I hate that. Because then what's the point? Especially on socks. Especially in my house where it's like, you know, you look at something and it gets dirty. If you think it will get dirty, it will get dirty. So what's the point of that? Yeah. So I got that. And then I got, oh, this isn't yarn, but why not, right? I got it, okay, this is in the yarn bag because yesterday I went to get the rest of this yarn, and on the way back we went to go get groceries, and the grocery store, the grocery store that we like to go to is inside of our mall. And the mall has like anything you need inside of it. Pharmacy is in there, all your clothing stores are in there, the hardware store, the supermarket, you know, anything is inside the mall. It's kind of funny. So the entrance we went in, there's like a Lush right there. So I was like, oh, I need a Lush bar. I need a lotion bar. So I got a Tender is the Night lotion bar, massage bar. They're massage bars, but I use them as lotion bars because they smell so darn good. And I'm so dry. So for a lot of people, I know that this would be very heavy and like greasy and oily. I get that. But I'm so dry that I put this on and it's absorbed in like 10 seconds. So for me, this is like regular lotion. But it smells so good. So this is like, you know, special occasion lotion. Or I put this on at night before I go to bed if I need to like really relax and rub something in. And has lots of good like shea butter and cocoa butter and coconut oil and stuff in it. And it smells like vanilla and lanolin and goodness. Anyways, but I put it in my yarn bag, so now all my yarn smells like it. Kind of. It smells like woolly Lush, which is funny. Okay, so in here, I have a couple different things. The whole bag is full of Abuelita. I am not kidding you. I'm not kidding. And that's for a couple reasons. One, so the yarn store that I go to is the only yarn store that carries Abuelita. So when I go, I kind of feel like, I don't know, I need to, I really like it. So why not get it, right? Okay. So, these are for a order. I'm making a pair of mittens for, my housekeeper. She ordered a pair for me. So I'm going to make these for her. I think she's going to give them to her daughter or somebody for their birthday. They're going to be stripies. It's a singles lace weight. It's like a corally pinky color. And then just like a white cream. It's like a cream. And then there is a organic garden nursery in another neighborhood. But I guess once a month they have like a fair. Like not a farmer's market, but kind of like, you know, like with booths and things, and they have classes sometimes and stuff like that. And one of the gals that I've been meeting up with on Mondays to knit with, she goes to this garden and volunteers on Thursdays. And I guess the owners of the garden are from the States and stuff. And for one reason or another, she has a booth at this month's fair. And she asked if I had any knitwear that I wanted to sell at the booth. And I said, well, I don't have anything made because, you know, if I sell something, it's usually made to order. Because that way I don't have just like piles of stuff, inventory just like laying around. And she said, well, if you knit some stuff up, then you can sell it at the booth if you want. So I said, well, oh darn, I have to go yarn shopping. So I got some Abuelita worsted, which I don't know that I've shown as yarn here before. This is really pretty. It's kind of like a minky brown and like this lighter colors. It's not peachy. It's more of like a rosy kind of color. On the warmer side, you know. And then I got a pink. And these are long. This isn't like a variegated. This is like a very long long lengths in the color changes. And then a solid brown. And then I got this peachy one. Again, warmer, light and darker shades of peach. This kind of peachy shade is almost, oh no, it's not, it's different. Yeah. Really pretty. I love it. This yarn, not this color, but this yarn is the same yarn that I knit my Henny hat and Henny shawl out of from Buckaloo View. And it knits up beautifully. It blooms. When you soak it, it really does like puff up. So I got those worsteds. I'm going to make hats out of them because, you know, Southern Hemisphere, we're coming up on winter. And most of these people are gardeners. So these are people who are going to be like out. I think they're gardeners. I mean, they're people who are coming to the garden for the fair. So, or who work in the garden. So I figured, you know, some feminine colors, some masculine colors. And then, so those will be hats, a variety of hats with some simple patterns. And then I got some 3-ply in this like kind of muted olive, a natural color, which is, it has like flecks and some fibers are like a darker brown charcoal that are carded, you know, like mixed in there, along with the lighter fiber, and then a black. And this is the same black that I knit my black hat out of. And I thought, you know, stripy knits, because these go well together. These go well together. These go well together. They all go well together. Stripy mitts. And I'm not quite sure if I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do fingerless mitts. But, if these are, you know, the gardeners that are wearing, that are going to be doing these, I think I'm going to do fingerless mitts, but have a cuff that you can, like, wear them unrolled, and the fingerless mitts come up to, like, here, and they almost cover your whole fingers, and then, and it's ribbed, and then, or maybe garter stitch, and then if they need to, like, do watering or pruning or something, and they need to be able to use their fingers, then they can roll the cuffs down, you know, from here to here, and then be able to use their hands without stuff getting dirty or too messed up. And then that way they have some mobility. Yeah. So that's what this is all for. So hopefully some of it sells. And then I'll have, you know, my stuff out, and then they can place orders if they want as well. For shawls or hats or, you know, other stuff if they just don't see stuff. Or if I sold out of stuff, you know. Or if nothing sells, then this will just be, I'll knit it, and then we'll either wear it here at the house, or it will be a gift for someone. So hopefully that that works out. I mean, they have that fair once a month, and it sounds really cool. It's kind of like, it sounds like it's right up my alley, you know. She said some people have like homemade preserves and stuff, and some people, you know, the garden sells the plants and stuff, and a lot of other people just have like wares that they make. So I think that sounds awesome. Who knows? Who knows? And maybe, we'll talk about some of this later, maybe down the road, we can sell some hand-spun yarn or something. So that's acquisitions. Upcoming purchases. Okay, this is totally... I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. I'm really not even trying to hide it. So my birthday is in May. It's May 3rd. It's the beginning of May. It's like a month from now. And I'm not like a big like birthday person. Like, I know some people who will like celebrate their birthdays for an entire month. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just not one of those people. But this year I'm really, really excited because I'm going to get a wheel for my birthday. I've decided. Me and my husband have decided. I haven't just decided, you know. We have talked about this, me and him, and decided that that this year I'm going to get a wheel. I'm so stoked. Ooh, I'm so excited. Okay, so here there are a couple places that will order Ashford for you and like import it for you. So so I've decided to get an Ashford because it's the easiest thing to get and it's not like they're within my price range. And I know I'll be happy with it. I know I'll be happy with it. There is a guy here who makes spinning wheels, and they're beautiful. Like, I haven't seen them in person, but I saw them on his website, and they're really pretty, and they look good, but they're like almost the same price as buying one and bringing it, as you know, buying an Ashford and importing it into the country. So, one of my favorite yarn stores, there's 3 stores that I shop at regularly, and all of these stores happen to be like Ashford affiliates that will order Ashford supplies for you, like from Ashford, and bring them in. So, and the price that they have is not bad. Like, sometimes when you order stuff that's imported, or you have to import something, a lot of times they'll take the price of it and then just, okay, so say this was like $6, right? It's not, but say this was $6. They would just say that this was 6,000 pesos. Like, MSRP on this is $6. So they'd say, oh, well, the peso version of that is 6,000 pesos. Instead of actually converting the $6 to pesos, which would really be like 2,500 pesos. Does that make sense? So really, in a lot of stuff, you end up paying double, which is not cool. Which is why a lot of stuff is so expensive, because they take the MSRP and they just turn it into pesos instead of actually converting the money. Whatever. Okay. So it's something that really bothers me. But anyways, so the price for the wheel is not too bad. So I haven't decided yet if I want to get a Kiwi or if I want to get a Joy. So the main difference for me would be like the portability, because it's not that we travel a whole lot, but when we travel, we're gone for like a period of time. So when we travel, like when we go to the States, we would be there for at least 3 weeks. Last time we were there for 6 weeks. And I don't know that if I have a wheel, I would, not want to have it for a month and a half. Like, I would want to bring it with me. Is that crazy? Is that just like a silly thing? The other thing is that I don't know if, okay, I'm sure that if I got the Kiwi, I would be happy with it no matter what. But I also don't want to get I don't want to get the joy and wish that I had gotten something more simple. So if you have advice for me on that, please let me know. If you have a Kiwi or a Joy, I would love to hear what you think of them and how you like them. And yeah, so because of the whole importing thing and the way taxes are and the way customs duties are and stuff, I'm going to get an Ashford. So if you have a Kiwi or another Ashford, or if you have advice for me on the Ashford front, please let me know, because I would love any advice. So hopefully I will order it like for my birthday. But, it's not, it'll take a while for it to get here. So I won't have it for my birthday, but I'll order it for my birthday. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited. When I have the time that I can dedicate to really, like, learning and spinning and really using it, and I'm just really, 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 really excited. Really excited for it. I know I'm going to love it. And I know it's something that I will do every day. So, yes, happy birthday to me. Almost, kind of. But yeah. So that's that. If you guys do spin, also, I would love to hear just any of your beginner's tips with a wheel. I am not one of those people that is, like, afraid to make mistakes and gets, like, hates herself because it's not perfect at first. Like, I totally get the whole, like, learning curve thing. So, like, I'm not afraid of actually, like, sitting down and, like, spinning with it and, like, dedicating the time to it. And I know the first, like, couple bobbins are going to be, like, not what I was anticipating. But, any advice, throw it my way. I'd love to hear it. What are we doing on time? Let's see. Oh, not too bad. Okay. Today's top three. Top three. Ooh, ooh, today's top three. Okay, that's the top three jingle for today. Okay, so today's top three, I totally couldn't think of, I have a whole list in my notebook, in my podcast notebook, of top three topics. But I was talking to Amy, and I was just like, hey, what should I do for top three today? And she was like, just threw a couple out there, so I'm going to use one of hers, which is top three candies. So, like I mentioned earlier, I'm not really, like, a sweets person. I do love sweet things sometimes, but I have to be, like, in the mood for them, So, top three sweets. Number 3. Number 3. Dark chocolate. I don't really like milk chocolate on its own. I won't eat milk chocolate on its own. You'll never just hear me say, oh, I want chocolate. No, that won't happen. That won't ever happen. But dark chocolate with pieces of orange in it or pieces of cherries in it. Like those tart cherries, you know? Or like oranges or orange peel. I really like that. Really, really like that. Okay. Number 2. This is like a true candy. Milk Duds. I really like Milk Duds. But they have to be fresh. Like, I don't want Milk Duds that are like little caramel rocks. Those are horrible. I want them to be soft and chewy, and they like get stuck in your teeth, and they like, so good. They're so good. I love Milk Duds. Okay. Number 1. Oh my gosh, number 1. Number 1. Okay. Top number 1 candy thing is anything sour. I love sour candies. Sour candies. Almost impossible to find sour candies here. Again, Chileans love sweet stuff. Chocolates, caramel, manjar. Like, they love manjar. They practically drink manjar. It's like dulce de leche. It's like dulce de leche and caramel. Had a baby. That's what manjar is. And it's just like, I can't handle manjar. It's like too much for me. I like caramel, but the difference between manjar and caramel is that caramel is made with like cream, sugar, and butter. And manjar is like milk. Sweetened milk. Just cooked down. So it tastes a lot different. And it's just too sweet for me. But sour candy. I will do anything for sour candy. I love it. I love it when the sour hits you here and you're like, ooh, sour candy. I love it. I think I have a package of sour Skittles that I got somewhere. I don't remember where. This is what we do. We're somewhere and it's hot out or whatever, so we buy a bottle of water at like a convenience store, like a corner store, right? And then I see a thing of sour Skittles, which I don't even particularly like Skittles. I don't. Skittles on their own are too sweet for I don't like them. But I see sour Skittles and I'm like, ooh, I gotta have them. I gotta have the sour. So I grab them and I get them, and then I like ration them. I am like the rationing queen. So if my husband gets like a bag of chips, right, he'll buy them and we'll get home and he'll eat the bag of chips right away. Right away. They'll be gone. And then, the next day he's wanting chips and he has no chips because he ate the whole bag of chips. But I eat a few chips and then I close up the bag and then I save them. And then the next day when I want chips, I eat some chips and then I close up the bag and then I save it, right? Because that way I always have chips when I want chips. Same thing with candy. I have like my candy thing there. I'll buy like 3 bags when I see it because, you might not see it again for a while. But I think it's so funny. And he always teases me. Guillermo always teases me. And I think there's a saying here, I can't say it in Spanish, but it's the one who always saves always has. Yeah, that's me. Okay. But I'm going to give two bonuses to the top 3 because this can't be top 3 this week. And this is like a little Easter bonus because look what I found at the grocery store. Cadbury mini eggs! This is like the only milk chocolatey thing that I'll eat. And this is like a true candy though, because you have the candy coating on the egg. And I can't eat too many at a time. This is like, eat 1 or 2 and then they get put away. But I love these guys. They're so yummy. And I saw them in the grocery store and was like, these are going in the cart. They're $10 million, but they're going in the cart. Okay, and then the other thing isn't a candy, but it's a snack that I really love. And so in the States, the wasabi peas are really popular. And I can't find wasabi peas here. Or, you know, the wasabi, like, rice cracker mix. Right? I love it. So good. Crunchy, spicy. Great. Because I like hot, spicy things also. Can't find it here. But they do have these. Nature Snack. These are wasabi peanuts. And they're really good. I'll buy a couple bags of these at once. And then I just save them. We have a little cubby over there that's just like filled with snacks. You see it? Yeah. It's right under like the Xbox controller if you don't. Yeah. So, these are really good. They're kind of like, you know, they're just like the wasabi peas, but they're peanuts instead of the crispy peas. And they're kind of salty. Like, they're roasted, salted peanuts that are then rolled and coated in that wasabi powder stuff. And they're hot. They're, like, really hot. But they're not too hot. But sometimes you get some that has some extra stuff on it. And you're like, whew! But they're really good. I love them. Yeah. So that's that this week. I hope you guys had a really great week. I would love to hear your top threes. Top 3 candies. Top 3 candies. Go ahead and you can either pop your top 3 down below in the comments if you're watching on YouTube. Or you can join us on the Ravelry group. There's a top 3 thread on the Ravelry group. And I love it when the video goes up and then everybody just I check it. I check the group all the time, and so I love seeing everybody's comments. If you guys have any questions, or if you guys have suggestions of things that you'd like to see or hear, or questions about me, or questions about the knitting or anything, you can ask in the group also. And I would just like to hear from you guys. So, yeah. I think that's it. So, oh, really quick. Melody from Mandarins, her newest podcast episode, she talks about her Latvian mitten workshop that she went to, and she has some video footage and pictures that she included from the workshop, and it's really, really, really great. So if anybody really likes color work, or you're just interested in knitting styles and how knitting is kind of, you know, different in different cultures around the world, then please go check it out, because she's so sweet and so lovely to spend time with anyways, and that's really interesting to hear, because about the mittens and stuff. So yeah, that's in the newest episode. I think it's episode 9. Yeah, she talks about the workshop she went to. So yeah. So I think that's it for this week. And I will see you guys next week. And I hope you guys have a good holiday weekend this weekend, right? Easter this weekend. So happy Easter. Yeah. You can find me on Ravelry as Ravelry is Fuzzy Love Knots. Going crazy there. Ravelry is Fuzzy Love Knots. The Ravelry group is also Fuzzy Love Knots, and we'd love to have you there. And you can find me on Instagram as NLaFontaine. And until next time, guys, happy knitting!